Chopper 10 now is flying over an area we told you about earlier. This is Mount Trashmore, and what did we say you can't do here, Nicole?
No sledding. But it's pretty there. Nice little coat of snow, and I guess there are a few people out there. Don't they have that skateboard park out there?
I believe they do.
It might be a little slick, though, today.
And it looks like one of those shots you see in the Olympics over the ski slope.
Yeah. That's in Virginia Beach, Mount Trashmore.
All right, it's coming up on 4:30 now. Welcome back to our special coverage of the winter storm and the mess it left behind. I'm Tom Shad.
I'm Nicole Livis. Besides the snow, that storm had plenty of cold air behind it. And get ready for temperatures in the teens now.
We're going to start things off with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center. Don, it feels like polar vortex round 2.
Yeah, it does in a way. The thing about it is I don't think it'll be quite as cold as what we saw a week and a half or 2 weeks ago into the area. And we're enjoying it. With the sunshine that we got today, we are going to see a secondary round of colder air move on in, and it's going to be colder overnight. So the kids that have been out there today, they aren't going to want to be out there past dark because it'll really start dropping pretty rapidly through the area. That was Sandra. I'll go back there. Sandra and Riley in Virginia Beach. And here's a dog called Gunner. Just kind of a fun shot that we had there. And another one, this is Cassandra in Suffolk, who sent us this picture on in, and some of the snow from last night. Very close-up shot from April Renee Campbell and from the Virginia Living Museum. An otter enjoys the snow, loves sliding around in it. Now, the snow totals throughout the area, you can see on Super Doppler 10 Live. Normally, we just do things on a wide view and show you rainfall. Well, skies are clear as a bell. We do want to show you the snow totals throughout the area, and you'll see that it's concentrated mainly over the south side and into eastern North Carolina. Obviously, a lot of other areas had snow, but this is some of the heaviest snowfall that we had into the region. We also saw pockets of heavier snow into the Williamsburg area, the Kingsmill area, on up into Gloucester County. Little pockets of 3 to 4 inches of snow over the eastern shore as well. But the big thing tonight is it's going to be very, very cold. Temperatures right now look like this. They're basically around 23, 25 degrees. Into the Hampton Roads cities, they're right now around 22, 23. And with those temperatures, again, any areas that are frozen right now are going to refreeze during the overnight hours as temperatures drop on down to about 13, 14, 15. The record for tomorrow morning is 10. We're not likely to see that, but again, things will refreeze in a very, very big way overnight. We'll have the full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, let's keep our coverage going on the roads. And what better time to get stuck in traffic than now?
It happens every day for many people, but some roads are still tricky, so it could be worse in some spots. The live picture you see also has a voice to it.
It's 10 on your side's Jason Marks, who is in the passenger seat. Jason, where are you now and how are things going?
Well, Tom, we're on Shore Drive, and I can tell you the roads overall do not look terrible. I mean, they actually look pretty good. We started our trip in Norfolk, went down Tidewater Drive. Tidewater Drive looks fantastic. We went over to Norview, went down Souls Point, also Princess Anne Road, and there's some spots there. Much of it looks good, but then you have some spots where there's just some icy patches. And then we went down Northampton, and that looks pretty good, but then you get some icy patches. What we're finding out so far, the areas that are surrounded by tree lines, that are shaded throughout the day, those are the areas that seem worse than others. Also, one other thing that is causing problems, this sun, if you're going into the sun and you have the sun coming right at your windshield, when you have that slickness, it really is creating a terrible glare. Plus, if you have some of that salt and whatever's mixed in with the snow on your windshield, you really cannot see. So that's also a problem. But overall, so far we're seeing that these major roads look pretty good. Just a couple of areas here and there. Of course, we're going to keep driving. Next time we'll see you will be towards Chesapeake. We're going to keep going down Shore Drive. We're going to go down Atlantic here, and then we're going to head towards Chesapeake and see what areas over there look like. But for now, that's the latest, guys. Not bad out there. One other thing, they're not as many cars that you would think of as 4:32 on a rush hour time period. You would think that there'd be a lot of cars on the road, a lot less cars on the road, so that's also helping.
All right, Jason, I bet you if we looked at those side streets off of Shore Drive, it might be a different story, but that does look pretty clear there.
It looks very clear, and that's definitely good news.
Yeah, well, let's head over to the peninsula now to check on conditions there.
10 on your side's Ann McNamara has been there all day, and Ann, a little more snow there than on the south side. I don't know if that's true or not. It is. Okay, Ann, any problems there?
It is true they did get a couple inches of snow here from yesterday to today, and it's a beautiful day here in the College of William and Mary campus. A lot of people out enjoying the snow, walking around. Let's take a look at the road here in front of me. Looking pretty clear even here. This is an extension of Richmond Road, but for the most part, the roads here look great. It's the sidewalks that people are really trying to be careful on. Here's some video shot earlier today. This was cleaned up in a parking lot at a shopping center off Richmond Road. We found this contracting company hard at work. The plows were out and also the shovels, and their main concern here was getting that snow and the ice that's already there off the road, and so it doesn't freeze over again tonight, and then it would be twice as difficult to do so. They also told us that this is such a great opportunity for their company because in the middle of winter they don't usually get a lot of business, and this happens maybe once every 3 or 4 years for them, so this means big bucks, and while you're out there you got to dress warmly.
We have to stay warm, so we're wearing layers. We've got long johns on. I've got ski pants on. I've got a coat with a fleece lining on. And my scarf, my hat, and the hat from my coat. So it's layered up today.
Layered up, that's the only way to be out here today because it is cold. A reminder, the public works crews are still working the streets of Williamsburg. They have a lot of it under control, but they're going to continue to work throughout the night as necessary to make sure that your ride is safe because they are worried about that black ice again overnight. Live in Williamsburg, I'm Ann McNamara. 10 on your side.
It's so pretty out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Snow or not, Williamsburg's just a beautiful city. Thanks, Ann. Our team coverage continues on the south side and the peninsula.
And Lauren Compton is dressed for it. 10 on your sides, Lauren Compton there in Virginia Beach. The sunshine really helps to melt things a bit. What's the situation there now?
Well, Tom, as Ann mentioned in her live shot, you definitely have to layer for this type of weather. I have on about 4 layers. It's a lot colder than it was out here yesterday. We are at the Department of Public Works in Virginia Beach, one of their 4 locations spread around the city. I want to let people know that even though Public Works were able to get to the primary roads and a lot of the secondary roads, it is still very slick out there. There's this slushy snow ice mix on the road, and that's making it difficult for some drivers. In fact, as we were driving down here on Independence Boulevard, we saw a fender bender of some cars that slid into each other because of the slick road conditions. So Public Works is continuing to tell people to be careful on the roadway, and tonight, as the temperatures continue to drop, it will be even more important for people to stay off the road if they don't have to drive, and if you are driving, take extra caution. Now, that sound that you hear behind me, there is actually a Public Works crew very close to me loading up with that salt and sand mixture that they go out there and spread to the roads. They're doing their they're doing their day shift right now, and then in the evening, the night shift will come back at 6:30, and their focus will be putting that salt and sand abrasive right back on the roads to make the commute a little bit safer in the morning. We'll continue to watch the work here at Public Works, and we'll have more coming up. In Virginia Beach, Lauren Compton, 10 on your side.
And our coverage continues on air and on WAVY.com. We're also sharing conditions on our social media platforms.
Remember, you can tweet us your pictures and information. Just remember to use the hashtag #SuperDoppler10. Back to our snow coverage in just a moment, but we are following developments in the indictment of former Governor Bob McDonnell. He was to be arraigned Friday, but that hearing has been delayed by a week because his attorney cannot get back to town in time.
Now, last night during a special report, you saw McDonnell apologize once again about the scandal, but he's still saying he's not guilty of the charges. 10 on your side's Andy Fox has been following this case from the very beginning. He's in the newsroom now with an update. Andy?
Tom and Nicole, Governor McDonnell becomes the first Virginia governor ever to be indicted for conduct while in office. That he schemed to use his official position as governor, the indictment reads, to enrich his family and him by soliciting Star Scientific's Johnny Williams. On December 10th, during our exit interview with then-Governor Bob McDonnell, we asked him this very important question. Johnny Williams and Star Scientific never got any preferential treatment, never got anything from your administration. No. According to the indictment, Williams gave the McDonnells financial payments, loans, gifts. But the indictment says McDonnell did give Williams something, personal access. He arranged meetings. He hosted events at the governor's mansion. He encouraged research at universities. Governor McDonnell must get past the quid pro quo in order to win, which will be his challenge. Defense attorney James Broccoletti.
He never had the intent to use his public office to benefit Mr. Williams, because nothing ever did benefit Mr. Williams.
If there's any good news for the McDonald's, it's this. The indictments do not mean guilt, and a former federal prosecutor thinks the case against them is weak.
That doesn't really exist here. There's no official act that was done in that common sense way other than hosting an event or being generally supportive of the business.
The governor's wife, Maureen, clearly gives the motive for accepting money and gifts from Johnny Williams, and that is the couple's money problems and debt. Maureen McDonald sent this email to a senior McDonald's staffer demanding an inaugural clothing budget. Bob is screaming about the thousands I'm charging up in credit card debt. We are broke. Unconscionable amount in credit card debt. This inaugural is killing us. She goes on. I need answers. Help. I need to get this done.
The other thing that's very unusual about this case is 90% or so of the allegations of improper gifts and so on deal with somebody who's not the elected official.
So there you go. Tonight at 6, is there a plea deal in the future for Bob McDonald? Make no mistake, if he's found guilty on any of these charges, he faces prison time. And who will be the star witness against the former governor and his wife? That's right, Johnny Williams. I'll have that part of the story tonight at 6. In the newsroom, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
Back to our winter weather coverage after the break. This storm was a mess for millions. See how other parts of the East Coast are handling the weather.
And a beautiful picture from Chopper 10. Not so nice if you're on some of the side streets. This is 64 near the airport. The latest from the traffic center, where Anita Blanton is watching the roads. Straight ahead at 4.
You or a loved one has been injured due to someone else's negligence. The Staloot Law Firm wants to right that wrong by getting you maximum compensation.
The Staloot Law Firm is the one to know.
For 12 years in a row, more people have picked Toyota Camry for reasons like dependability and safety. And now, people are also choosing Camry for its premium interior with available backup camera and for its inspiring performance. This is Toyota Camry, where smart and reliable is now more fun to drive. Now get $1,750 cash back or buy with 0% APR plus $1,000. This is the new Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
I love my dentist. Oh, it wasn't always like that. Partners in Dental Health took their time with me. What is that? Get it off me! Get it off me!
It's just Mr. Thirsty.
They listen to my fears. When they say they cater to cowards, they really mean it.
Partners in Dental Health. 3 locations, Norfolk and Virginia Beach. 499-2100.
Now there's even more to smile about at Hair Cuttery. With our new Smile Back Guarantee, our stylists will do whatever it takes until you are 100% delighted and smiling back in the mirror at the new you. Hair Cuttery. Smart looks, smart prices.
People in New York are used to the snow, but it is still causing problems in the Empire State.
And you get as much as they did, of course. Snow and ice slowed things down on the Long Island Expressway. A trip that usually takes an hour took up to 4 hours for those getting out of the city. Of course, this is not the Long Island Expressway.
Yeah.
14.5 inches of snow fell Tuesday in North Babylon and Selden on Long Island.
And we're told that's some sledding going on in Philadelphia. Now let's go over to New Jersey. Check out the scene where even along the coast, the snow piled up. People along the shore saw a few inches of snow. the Jersey Shore. How about that? Others just a few miles inland got up to a foot of snow.
I saw people smiling there, too.
Wonder how Snooki did.
We'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
More ahead on this special edition of Wavy News 10 at 4.
Snow and wind can cause power problems. We'll check in with Dominion Virginia Power to see if there are any troubles out there tonight.
And Chopper 10 has you covered like no other station from the air. The latest from the roads and the updated forecast when we come back.
For those who nominated these remarkable heroes of education, there's no surprise. Go to VASuperteacher.com by February 14th and nominate a teacher you think deserves recognition. Virginia Lottery. We're game for education.
Expecting a tax refund? Need cash now? Let Title Max turn your car title into cash. With Title Max, get $1,000, $3,000, $6,000, even $10,000. Title Max gets you the cash you need when you need it. Your car title is your credit, and Title Max gets you the cash you need in 30 minutes or less. Why wait for your tax refund to arrive? Bring your car title to Title Max, and you too will say, I got my title back with Title Max.
If you've been injured in an accident and it wasn't your fault, you need a lawyer. Call the guy Tom Cruise played in the movie A Few Good Men. You know, the one who takes on the colonel and says, I want the truth. His name is Don McCary, and if you've seen the movie, you know he won't stop fighting for you until you get the justice you deserve. Call him right now, 963-2800. That's 963-2800. Put A Few Good Men to work for you. Call 963-2800 right now.
This week, buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. Buy a select living room or bedroom at Grand Furniture and choose one of these rooms absolutely free. Plus, everything at Grand Furniture is on sale and pay no interest for 4 years. Everyone gets credit at Grand. Apply online at grandfurniture.com. Buy a room, get a room free. Through Monday at Grand Furniture.
Keeping you prepared for the unpredictable.
We're tracking ice and freezing rain.
Super Doppler 10, always on your side. When the extremes of winter weather impact you, turn to the team on your side.
We're tracking ice and freezing rain.
Keeping you prepared for the unpredictable. Super Doppler 10, always on your side.
For those who nominated these remarkable heroes of education, there's no surprise. Go to VASuperteacher.com by February 14th and nominate a teacher you think deserves recognition. Virginia Lottery. We're game for education.
Super Doppler 10, keeping you prepared for winter weather.
Street. All right, let's take a look. We got Chopper 10 up above Granby Street in Norfolk. Not sure which stretch of Granby.
A long view of Granby Street there. But it is pretty. It's all the white.
Yeah. And the roads look
Winter
clear in that
Wonderland.
shot there.
Yeah, looking good. Good news, not too many power problems from this latest winter storm.
But there were some people in the dark for part of it. Chuck Penn from Dominion Virginia Power joins us on the phone now. Chuck, we were hearing a lot from folks in Dare County, North Carolina, and Virginia Beach last night. How are things now?
Things have eased up significantly. As a matter of fact, we do not have any outages right now, Nicole and Tom, related to last night's wind storm. Right now, we've got all of 31 customers out in the entire region.
31.
Now, I say that knowing that if you're one of those 31 customers, you may as well have a lien out because it is extremely cold and very uncomfortable and very disconcerting to lose your power. So we're doing everything we can to get all of our customers back on in this cold weather.
So let's go back to the height last night around 10, 11 o'clock. That's when it seemed like you had the most outages. What kind of conditions did your linemen face trying to get all of this work done?
Well, we had, at the height of the storm, about 23,000 customers were impacted, not including another 8,600 of our co-op customers in North Carolina. But it's the same, Thomas, the same scenario that we're confronted with now, and that is road conditions. For the minuscule, or relatively speaking, amount of people that we have out right now, it's navigating and traversing the roads, because road conditions are always an issue for our field personnel. And, of course, when you get bad road conditions, that's when, unfortunately, you get vehicle accidents that take down utility poles. So for those small amount of customers that are waiting to have their power restored or may lose power, it really exacerbates the situation a little bit.
All right, Chuck Penn from Dominion Virginia Power, thank you for taking time out from your busy day to join us.
Good to hear your voice. It's been a while, Chuck.
Just like old times, Nicole.
All right, take care.
Just like old times.
Well, it's getting closer to 5 o'clock, the toughest time for traffic in Hampton Roads.
And our Anita Blanton's been tracking the traffic this afternoon. Bring us up to date, Anita.
Just put in a phone call to state police, and they're not seeing any major accidents on the roadways. Always like to hear that. What we're seeing today is that there just aren't as many people on the roadways as we usually have. So you've got a lot of green on the screen right now, not too many congested areas. We do have this one area where you're seeing some red on the screen. That's the Midtown Tunnel. We showed you that before. Another area that's popping up, let's show what that is right here. That's coming up on the screen as that's 9, I'm not sure why that's coming up as 895. Obviously, we know that's not relevant to this area. So let's also take a look at some cameras that we have to pull up. If we can go to those cameras, we don't have those cameras. So what we're finding out, though, if we'll come back out here live to the studio, is that I-64 at 13th in Norfolk is clear at this point in time. We just checked that camera a moment ago. We'll try to pull that up for you coming up in our next half hour. And then also I-264 at Lynn Haven. That was another one of the cameras that we had up for you. That's also clear right now. We'll be taking a look at those cameras and also the maps coming up in the next half hour when we see you then. For now, back to Tom and Nicole.
All right, Nina. Remember, you can get traffic and weather information anytime on WAVY.com.
Our traffic page is interactive. You can click on the icons to see live pictures from that highway. We also have bridge lifts and tweets from VDOT right there on the traffic page. Good resource there.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Our man of the hour, Don Slater.
It's getting colder.
Yeah, I was the man of the hour last night, or man of the hours. We got it right in terms of, yes, we were going to get snowfall, and it would be significant, and it was significant for the entire area. Pardon me, most significant, though, especially for parts of Virginia Beach and anywhere on the south side, and that's where we got the most snow. But everybody got significant amounts of snow, between 2 and 4 inches of snow. Some areas around 5 inches of snow, and it's still there, and it's going to be there for a few days until the weekend. I think over the weekend we'll start to warm up enough so things will melt on away. You can see on our tower cam as well, we're just talking about traffic, really tunnel traffic going into the tunnel is not that awfully bad. This is from the Portsmouth side heading into the Norfolk side. So again, things are not too terribly bad there. You can see again the amounts of snowfall that we've had throughout the region. And again, those amounts of snowfall were especially heavy over parts of the south side. You can see in the darker blue colors, 3.1. There's a mishmash of lots and lots of numbers. But that's where we especially saw the heaviest snow, 3, 4, 4.5 into northeast North Carolina. Over the peninsula, good healthy amounts as well, 2.5 to 3.5 inches of snow, and lots of snow over the eastern shore as well. So again, very, very snowy last night, and 50, 52 mile-an-hour winds were pretty common at a couple of times last evening, early in the evening, and then again later in the evening toward about 10 o'clock in the evening as that secondary round of snow moved on in. The instrument has been knocked out in Suffolk. That's how bad the weather is, but we can safely assume that it's around 22, 23 degrees. That's pretty much what we've got through the area right now. 12, 14, 15 degrees last night and early this morning. And you can see temperatures right now, 21, 22, 25 degrees. Current temperature readings on a wider view of things. And our highs today, 26. Well, that was at midnight last night. Really, the afternoon high temperatures around 22, 23 degrees. Temperatures going to get even colder during the overnight hours than they were this morning. Cloud cover, we'll see a little bit during the day tomorrow. You'll also note a little bit of a puff. Well, that was another reinforcing shot of colder air that'll be with us for the day on Friday. By tomorrow, during the day, we'll warm back up 33 degrees fairly early in the afternoon, and then temperatures again drop on down overnight. Clear and cold, 11, 9, 13, a little bit more mild along the Outer Banks with that breeze coming across the water. It'll be around 9 to 14 degrees for the south side. For the peninsula, pretty close to the same, around 9 to 12 for an overnight low. The record, by the way, is 10 degrees, and we're not likely to break that. Tomorrow, 33, some afternoon cloud cover, colder again on Friday, but finally a warm up above freezing for the weekend.
Next on Wavy News 10 at 4, it can be back-breaking work, but shoveling snow can do more than just cause a bit of pain. The warnings and benefits coming up.
Then later, a busy morning for the folks who always seem to have business when it snows. What was it like behind the wheel of a tow truck? We'll find out during Wavy News 10 at 5:30.
It's a competition out there in today's job market, but it's not too late to earn your GED certificate at the Adult Learning Center. Have the courage to move forward toward a better future. Grab your GED and go for the gold. Call the Adult Learning Center today.
As the Peninsula's only trauma and open heart surgery center, Riverside is ready for any emergency, including heart attacks. Within minutes, emergency doctors deliver life-saving drugs. Cardiologists open blocked arteries. Surgeons perform emergency surgery. When minutes count, it's good to know everything is right here. Part of why Riverside is one of the nation's top 50 hospitals and outcomes for cardiovascular care. Any emergency, anytime, only Riverside.
You've been in an accident and you need a lawyer, but you don't want to call right now because you don't want everyone around you knowing your business, or maybe you just don't want to talk right now. You can contact me at joelbieber.com. We'll call you when you want. We'll respond to you by email, and we'll come see you when it works for your schedule. Joel Bieber Firm at joelbieber.com. Why am I whispering?
Call Joel Bieber.
At the Original Mattress Factory, we work hard each day to build quality mattresses and box springs. We offer tremendous value to our customers by eliminating the middleman and selling factory direct.
Visit one of our factories near you and experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original.
Take the first step towards a rewarding career in healthcare. The Adult Learning Center offers affordable career training in fields like pharmacy technician, EMT basics, CPR, first aid, and clinical medical assistant. Online medical programs are available. Call the Adult Learning Center today.
Well, if you haven't done it yet, you may still have to break out the snow shovel. Many communities require that you shovel the sidewalk in front of your home within a day of a snow ending.
And besides, it's a safety thing. People are out shoveling early in Suffolk. So here are some reminders. If you're not healthy, leave the shoveling to someone who is. It could be a strenuous activity that raises your blood pressure and heart rate. If you have heart disease, high blood pressure, or suffered a stroke, don't even shovel the snow. We did some research, and here's an interesting fact. Shoveling your sidewalk consumes about 250 calories. So for some, it's actually good exercise.
Work off that meal.
That's right. Still plenty more to tell you about the cleanup from the winter storm.
Tonight we have crews spanned out across the area and back here in the Wavy studios to bring you the best weather coverage in Hampton Roads. So stay with us.
Wavy News 10 at 5 starts right now.